So here we are again, still March 29th, 2021, still about 4:30ish in the afternoon. Um, I figure I should just try and better explain the points that I didn't cover in the first recording. Um, like the main idea of this little video log project is to, I don't know, kind of keep track of events happening now in a more first-person perspective, because even just me, say 15 years from now, I'm not sure I'd exactly remember everything quite so right. So I figured by making these little recordings as things happen, I'll be better able to I'll be able to keep track of how things really went down. To avoid all that, clouding of memory and such. Um, uh, Trying to think of something to talk about. Oh yeah, a few weeks ago, started getting vaccines out for the COVID-19 virus, so that's kind of cool. I'm just switching hands. My arm's really tired. Um, so that's progress. We're finally getting out of this quarantine. A couple weeks ago, March 13th, 2021, was the 1-year anniversary of CK's 6-week break from classes. Back when we thought 6 weeks was a crazy break from in-person school, we're now a year and change past that, and I'll be frank with you, nothing really seems real anymore. I guess things a year ago seemed a lot more optimistic, and things weren't canceled yet. Like, every single Comic-Con across the country and across the world has been canceled. Every single big in-person event, even movies, like, you couldn't sit down in the movie theater for past year and change. Really interesting period of history to be living through, which is kind of my main reason for starting this video series. I just figured that the most relatable way to keep track of these things is to actually be talking into a camera, because, like I said in the last video, you can only get so much from a written, diary entry. I'm just walking around the property at Beth Lane here, kind of miscellaneous muddy swamps and such, but I don't know, just to have a more dynamic background than not walking around a bunch of weird forest paths. Trying to think, a current situation aside from the pandemic. Started talking to a couple friends on Instagram. I don't know if that's still a thing in the future, but social networking site. Started talking to Jenna again. That's cool. We decided to start dating again, so let's see where that goes. Didn't go great the first time, but I'll be honest, a year of quarantine made me really lowered my inhibitions for, kind of a fun experiment. We took a break in the past, but now we're trying to, I think we've both grown a lot as people, so we're trying it again. A lot of things people have been talking about is, since this pandemic started, was what's the first thing we're going to do after it is over and done with. And it'll sound really, really cheesy, but the first thing I want to do after this pandemic is sit down in a movie theater and watch a movie. I don't care what movie it is. It could be a terrible movie. It could be The Wizard of Oz. I don't care. I just want to go to a building and sit in a theater and watch a movie. It's weird what pandemics make you kind of miss, It's, sorry for the angle switching. My right arm's kind of super tired from that first video. Just a real weird time these days. Oh yeah, anyway, I'll make another one of these when I have something to actually talk about, maybe. Until then, see you in the future.